What's up guys, Howie here, thanks for stopping in again. If you remember from last week, we talked about how to take a bearing with a magnetic compass. If you want to keep following along, we're going to show you how to use the magnetic compass along with the map to plot a course in the field. Okay guys, so if you were with me last week, you might recognize this diagram. However, if not, I posted it one more time just so you can familiarize yourself with the components of a compass before we get started. So here's our map. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. We're going to go to the legend section and just review it because it's full of a lot of information that we should be familiar with. We have our grid here, we have our scale as well as some measuring rulers, but also we have this little icon that shows true north, grid north, and magnetic north as well as declination. Allow me to explain what those things are. So our Earth spins around a vertical axis, and the top end of this is known as true north. However, magnetic north is where your compass is pointing to, and that changes over time. This difference is known as declination, and depending on where you are on the planet, it can vary. Just remember this phrase, east is least and west is best. If magnetic north is to the east of you, you will subtract declination, and if magnetic north is to the west of you, you will add declination. There is also grid north simply because they took a three-dimensional Earth and they painted it onto a two-dimensional grid map. Just remember to account for this slight difference when you're doing your declination. Alright, so let's say that we want to travel from this point here, we'll call point A, and we want to travel westerly to this confluence of these trails, we'll call point B. Taking a straight edge, or in this case, the side of my compass, draw a straight line between these 2 points. Now be sure that your direction to travel arrow is actually pointing in the direction you wish to travel, in our case east to west, and rotate your rotating bezel so that the orienting lines are aligning with the north-south grid lines. And finally, at our index line, we read what's known as our grid bearing of 283 degrees because we follow these blue north-south grid lines, otherwise it would be true bearing. We'll subtract declination because magnetic north is to the east of us as we saw in our chart. And that'll give us our magnetic bearing, guys. I hope you found this helpful. Please like and subscribe. And one more thing, just a quick pro tip. Your map could be out of date, so for the most accurate declination information, be sure to check out online at a site such as this. This is ngdc.noaa.gov, and you can type in your lat long there, and it'll give you the most accurate, up-to-date declination.